Hello to everyone in the vinyl community. If you're wherever you're watching this video, morning, noon, or night, I hope you're having a nice day. I'm Edward Tommy Sosa, also known as Prog Rock Tommy. But I wanted to do a video update. I'm not sure what number this is, so maybe it's 4 or 5. But in my video, I want to share some of my recent finds, and that is CD and vinyl finds. But I also want to, before I begin, is give some thanks to two people in the VC who sent me some CD mixes that I love and I enjoy, and I play them in the car whenever I'm going to work or traveling. But I want to thank Trish Mullins for her two compilations that she sent me with the cool artwork. Believe in Music, Volume 1 and 2. So, Trish, thank you. I'm enjoying them. And others as well that you sent me in the past. So, thank you. Another thanks I want to give to is Daryl Washington. He sent me these other cool CD mixes and lots of great music on them. So, Daryl, thank you too. I'm enjoying these. Thank you. So, as I mentioned, I come into some new CD finds and vinyl finds. Yesterday was my 19th wedding anniversary, so my wife showered me and spoiled me with some gifts. So I'm going to show first some of the CDs that I got. From her, my wife gave me a couple of CDs. One's Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus, and one of my favorite albums by them. It has about 5 bonus tracks, and it's got the old school looking Grunt record label as the centerpiece for the CD, and a really nice booklet. Also, I haven't opened this one up yet, but she gave me an earlier album called Jefferson Airplane Live at the Fillmore East. I haven't opened this one up yet, but it's got a lot of great stuff, lots of stuff that I'm anxious to hear this one, especially the live version of White Rabbit, which is one of my favorite songs. So, a couple of other CD finds. I hope I'm pronouncing this group correctly. Magma. It's not live. It's take it as a studio album. Really enjoy this. Another find that because it's going back to my wedding anniversary. Me and my wife like to go and thrift store hunt on our anniversary together. So we do that, and I came across one of my favorite guitar players, Lou Ritenour, and this is the album Earth Run. So I was glad to add that to the collection, and that's what I'm playing in the background here. Is this CD, Lou Ritenour. I heard him through my brother. He used to always talk and brag about him, so I said okay. So I went and got some of his albums and been a fan since then. Another thing, like I was mentioning, is that I got some vinyl to show. Not a lot, but I'm happy to have it to add to my collection. My wife gave me for our anniversary. This is the first time I've ever had this on vinyl, and I'm sure it's a reissue, but I Love Supreme by John Coltrane. Outstanding, awesome record. I hope you can see that, but it's got this really nice it's a gatefold, and it's got this really cool photo of him. And as I mentioned, it's on Impulse, and chances are it is a reissue, but I don't mind. It's Coltrane, great stuff. Feels like a 180 gram LP. Now the other stuff that I got, this was something I ordered through the mail, and it is Gong. And I'm not sure how to really say the name of this album, so I'm not going to even try. But it had two favorite guitar players of mine, Mick Taylor and Alan Holdsworth, play on this album. Cover's a little bit beat up, but the record plays great. It is on the Virgin label. I hope you can see that pretty good. And another one of my wife's anniversary gifts is another band that I like from the 80s, The Alarm. Might not be new to some of those out in the vinyl community, but it's new to me. I've never owned this on vinyl. Has a cool inner sleeve. A nice picture of the band. And it is on the classic IRS Records label. Love this label. Now, as mentioned, going thrift store hunting, excuse me. I came across, I couldn't believe this. I thought these were, I don't know why, I thought these were calendars at first, and I was like, who put these in the vinyl? But I went through them again slowly, and I hit the jackpot. I found 3 LPs, never been opened, for $1. Bruce Springsteen, Magic. As it says, it's on 180 gram. I haven't even opened it. I left it like this. But I'm going to open it and enjoy it. But could not believe I found this. Walked quietly over to my wife and said, "You're not going to believe what I found." And the other albums I found, yes, they're printed in Greece. I don't know what they are, but they look very interesting. I was drawn by the covers, but they're $1 each. They've never been opened. So, if anybody knows anything about this album, let me know. And another one, I'm not sure how you say this, but I'm going to give it a shot. This is on a record label called Minos, or Minos. I don't know who this is. It's never been opened. $1. And like I mentioned, I was drawn to the cover. I don't know why I thought it was prog. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is. I haven't played it yet. But if anybody out there in the vinyl community knows anything about this and want to tell me some comments about it, I'd really appreciate that. That'd be really cool. A couple of more other albums to show. I found another interesting album by a band called Toronto, I believe. And it's an 80s album. Sorry about that, but there's a picture of it. Appears to be 4 people in the band. Doesn't have an inner sleeve or anything, but that's okay. I'm going to clean it up and give it a nice new inner sleeve. And it's on the Network record label. The album is called Get It on Credit. $1. I figure, hey, it's just dusty. So I can't wait to listen to that one. And here's an album that I never did own on vinyl. I think I had it on CD. I'm a Bob Dylan fan, so I was glad to get this album. It's Bob Dylan's Saved. And it has one of my favorite photos of him in action with the band. And this album, like this photo of him right here. And of course it's on the nice red Columbia. So I like the album, I like the songs, great stuff, and I can't wait to get to listen to that on vinyl now. And a couple of more things I want to show, because I'm trying to stay under 10 minutes or less, is that I found these for $1, and the vinyl hunting I did the other day. This is the Paul Desmond Quartet featuring Don Elliott on Fantasy Records. And the record feels heavier than a 180 gram. I mean, this is a pretty heavy, solid record. And it's on this really cool maroon looking Fantasy Records. So I cannot wait to give this one a spin. And the last one that I shown, I was shocked about finding this, because for what I understand about this record label is that it's a Japanese label. So, and a lot of stuff on this label is really, really good stuff. Enja, E-N-J-A, and it's John Scofield. I haven't played this. I've never heard this album, but I know John Scofield, and I know it's going to be good. But here it is, a West German import. But here's what the Enja record label is. And like I said, I understand this is a label in Japan. And I've heard through friends that getting stuff on Enja, I hope I'm saying that right, is really good stuff. Well, that's all I have to show for this time. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the comments. And I hope everyone has a nice upcoming week and a nice day. And we'll see you soon.